Welcome to this video, dear learners. In this video, we'll be looking at relative molecular mass. Sometimes we call it the molar mass. Okay, so it has a few steps we need to follow. So step 1, write the chemical formula. Step 2, count the number of atoms. Step 3, multiply the number of atoms and the mass number, and then add the product of the mass number and the number of atoms. So let's go right quick to example. So we have carbon dioxide here. Okay, we want to write the relative molecular mass for carbon dioxide. So step number 1, we write the chemical formula. So the chemical formula for carbon dioxide is simply O2. Okay, simply O2. Okay, so we count the number of atoms. Okay, so we've got 2 atoms. Okay, 2 atoms of what? 2 atoms of oxygen, and then we've got 1 atom of what? Of carbon. Okay, 2 atoms of oxygen and 1 atom of carbon. So multiply this by the mass number. Okay, so the mass number for oxygen, it is simply 16. The mass number for carbon, it is simply what? 12. So 2 by 16, this is 32. 1 by 12, this is 12. Then you add the total, you get 4. So this is 44 grams per what? Per mole. So this is the relative molecular mass for carbon what? Carbon dioxide. Okay, relative molecular mass for carbon dioxide. So example number 2, calcium carbonate. So the chemical formula for calcium carbonate is given here. Okay, so we are going to say, okay, oxygen. Okay, so the oxygen atoms are simply what? 3. Okay, carbon we have what? 1. Calcium, okay, we also have what? 1. Okay, so these are the number of atoms. So multiply the number of atoms times the mass number. So oxygen, first of all, oxygen has the mass number of what? 16. Okay, carbon has the mass number of 12. Calcium has the mass number of what? 40. So 3 by 16, that is 48. This will give us 12, and this will give us what? 40. You add this 0 carry 1, and you get 100. So 100 grams per mole. Okay, so that is the relative molecular mass for calcium what? Calcium carbonate, the relative molecular mass. Okay, or what we call, so we call this, we can say the molar mass is 100 grams per what? Per mole. Okay, is 100 grams per mole. So let's look at for sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is given by this formula. Okay, so here, how many oxygen atoms? We have oxygen atoms here are equal to 4. Sulfur atoms, we have 1. Hydrogen atoms, H, we have 2. Okay, multiply by the mass number. Oxygen, the mass number is 16. Sulfur, the mass number is 32. Hydrogen, the mass number is what? Is 1. Okay, so 1 by 2, this will give us 2. Okay, to give us what? 2. So you add this 6 plus 2 plus 2, you get this will give us so here the mass number here is simply 1. We are not yet done. So 4 by 16, that is 48. 1 by 2, that is 32, and then 2 by 1, that is 2. Okay, so this is what we have now. Okay, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so here what we've simply done is okay, I see where we've made a mistake here. Okay, I see where we've made a mistake. Okay, so let's redo this again. So oxygen, so you have oxygen, you have 4 atoms of oxygen. Sulfur, you have 1 atom of sulfur. Hydrogen, you've got what? 2 atoms. So times the mass number for oxygen is 16. Okay, the mass number for sulfur is 32. The mass number for hydrogen is 1. Then we get our totals, 4 by 16, that is 64. You have 32, and then you have what? 2. Okay, so here you have 4 plus 2 plus 1, you get 8, and here you get 9, so 9 grams per mole. Okay, so we say the molar mass, okay, for sulfuric acid, it is 98 grams per mole. Okay, the molar mass for sulfuric acid is simply 98 grams per mole.